sending you lots of videos, but I've seen a lot of good stuff from her, and I wanted to kind of chat with you through this video about what you kind of mentioned your goals were with her, and just how to get there with her. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Krista said you wanted to use her eventually down the road, if you could, as a therapy dog. Take her places and get her out in public and schools, and I don't know where you wanted to take her. Nursing homes? I'm not sure. But hospitals, who knows. But so I don't think that's I do think that is a possibility for her. I see some things that will elongate the path for you with her to get there, but it's definitely not out of the realm of possibilities with her. So we're just at the park again. I go here every day with all the dogs. I get her a lot of workout here in real life. Mazie, go. Good. So what I've kind of seen with her is that, and I'm not sure how much you've done with her. I know she hasn't had a lot of leash time or anything like that. I don't know how many places you've taken her, how many new places. To me, what I've seen is when she sees something new, or she goes to a new place, or she sees a new person or a new any sort of new stimulus, especially if it's in a new place, and she goes through some stress, and she goes through a pretty good amount of stress, or and that's where you see that like nervousness that you saw with her, or that you've noticed with her, is that uncertainty. And what I think that's from, or what I think that's a result of, is just not being kind of taught how to deal with new things, if that makes sense, in a controlled way. And so she sees something and she feels like she's got to react to it. And just with her kind of nature, when she sees something new and it kind of gets her uncomfortable, a little bit anxious, she goes more, into that flight mode. Obviously, we've seen that. She gets scared and she runs off. She's not that dog that's going to go into fight mode, but she will go the other way and take off and try to get away from the stimulus and act nervous and uncomfortable. So what I've been doing is, when she sees something that's new to her, I want her to learn how to deal with that in a healthier way than running away from it and going into that flight mode. This is where I see you having kind of a longer road to get to that therapy work, because that's a lot of new things, a lot of new people repeatedly, very, very quickly. But how we kind of get her there, being okay with new people, because I've definitely seen that's a possibility. Going through this obedience when she's around something new. Sorry, I kind of jump all over the place when I'm talking. When she sees something new, I ask her to do obedience. So it's as simple as that. I ask her to heel by a new person. I ask her to hold it down as a person walks by. I ask her to come when called when she sees another dog behind a fence. And I make that obedience mandatory. And when I say you can't, I'm saying to her, you can't run away from it. You can't be nervous of it. You can't run up to it and approach it. Whatever you want to do, I just want you to do obedience. So holding it down, coming when called, all those things I just said, that's kind of tough for her, because her mind wants to go into that I have to run away, I have to be anxious mindset. And when I say, no, you have to think, you have to do obedience, that's where you kind of see some stress, and how we see her kind of processing stress. So some kind of stress signals that you see with dogs are lots of panting, drooling, shaking, and this is to her specifically. She does drool quite a bit when she's a little bit nervous. And it's okay. It is actually getting better. Every time I show her something new, get her to a new place, have her do that obedience I was just talking about, those stress signals get lower and lower and lower, and she doesn't stay in that stressful state of mind as long. Mazie, oh good, you're pooping. Good girl, that's okay. If that kind of makes sense. So I won't video her pooping for you. But the way, and that's why I see that's a good sign for you moving forward, because she does have this stress. Mazie, okay, good, you pooped. Yep. Well, we'll get a bag. She does have this stress, but she's able to go through it and come out on the other side really solid and really stable with these new experiences. So this obedience is helping her so much go through that stress. It's teaching her a new way to handle new situations and make her psychologically way stronger. And so kind of going forward, if you're strict with her and you are, you know, you have her, take her out on a walk, get her out into new places, don't necessarily have her meet people, but have her get her around a lot of new things, and have her do obedience around them. That's how we kind of get you to your goal. Come on, Maze, good girl. I don't know if you could hear it, but there was a motorcycle that went by, and she was like, I gotta look at it. It was kind of weird. Maisie, down. Good. Oh, down. There we go. Good job. So you see a little bit of that stress there. Usually if she goes into her down the first time, a little bit of stress there from that motorcycle. She was like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. She needed a couple extra commands there. But yeah, that's kind of our game plan moving forward. You know, I wouldn't throw her right into the therapy world as soon as you get her back, but I would want you to work with her for, you know, several months at least, till we start seeing her be more confident around new things. And you know, that's where I'm gonna keep working with you, and coming to group classes and stuff is gonna be helpful for her. But yeah, that's kind of just what I've seen. Sorry for the long video, but just kind of wanted to talk about where she is in this process and everything. So give me a call, shoot me a text if you have any questions about any of that. But you know, other than that, she's doing awesome. So hope you're not missing her and you're having a good weekend.